the one stage that will define the 2025 Tour de France. The route this year is brutal. That's what Tadej Pogačar said when it was announced back in October. It kicks off in Lille July 5th, ends in Paris, again up there in the north. But to get there, we have 3 weeks of tough racing, all live in demand for our viewers in Canada on FloBikes. After Lille, while we head through Brittany, up in the northwest, stages up there, think winds, think steep climbs. We make our way down through the Massif Central, and then on Bastille Day, it's a Monday, not a rest day, we have the climb up to Mont d'Or, the first true summit finish in this 2025 edition. We go through the Pyrenees, we have stages up to Haut-de-Cam, we have stages up to Périgueux, we have the Super Beignet, we go towards the Alps, but before we get there, we have the Mont Ventoux stage, and then we have the Col de la Loze climb, we have the Plagny climb, and that's the final big summit finish of this 2025 edition. Yes, Tadej, you're right, it's brutal. So what is the most decisive stage of this year's edition of the Tour de France? The whole tour that we're making, you and I, around the country of France, a race that was won 3 times by Tadej Pogačar, and he's looking to make his 4th this year, twice Jonas Vingegaard. Well, before I get to that one decisive stage, what I think it is, and you can let me know down in the comments what you think it is, I want to talk about the other 2 that could be just as decisive. One, as I mentioned, we got that stage up to Périgueux in the Pyrenees, the TT, not just a TT, but a mountain TT. And already the riders are talking about gear combinations, whether or not they use a pure TT bike or a road bike setup. That stage, we're gonna see the splits. We're gonna see riders all over the road. It's an individual race, so we're gonna see gaps. Then the other one, Mont Ventoux, neither the Alps nor the Pyrenees. It's a place that cycling goes to rarely. Riders rarely get a chance to go over and train on the Ventoux. It's kind of off away from their training camps that they hold in the Alps or the Pyrenees. And it's one that the riders fear, perhaps because Tom Simpson died on the climb back in the day, perhaps because we have those exposed windy sections, and perhaps we just never get there. Wout van Aert will know it well. He led over that race and went on to win the stage a few years ago. But for me, the most decisive stage, well, it's coming after that Mont d'Or summit finish on Bastille Day. It's when we get to the first big high mountain summit finish up at 1,500 meters. I'm talking about the Haut-de-Cam, and it's named the Haut-de-Cam because up there, it's the only one way to get up that climb, only one version. You get up there, and it's the Haut-de-Cam ski station, a little family-run ski station. But it's important in cycling. You think back to Bjarne Riis when he blew away the field in 1996. You think back to Armstrong when he made his mark on that first summit finish of the race, the year that he won up there on the Haut-de-Cam. You think to the year of Vincenzo Nibali, 2014. You think back to the year Van Aert drove for Vingegaard to win the race overall. The final mountain stage, I think, of that year's edition. It was an impressive ride by Van Aert, similar to what we saw in the Giro d'Italia when he helped Simon Yates over the Finestre to Sestriere. The Haut-de-Cam is around 13-14 kilometers long, averaging only 8%. As in Daniel Friebe wrote in his book, Mountain High, it looks like a wedge of cheese. And I'll have to agree with you, Daniel, you're a wise man. A wedge of cheese that has a bite, it's a punchy cheese. It's nothing like you'd have for an aperitif with a glass of French wine, which we love to have. The riders are gonna be suffering out there, not enjoying a sunset with a glass of wine. Tough climb that has a high pitch of about 13% at one point, zigzags, it gets crazy up towards the top, and you get to that little family-run ski station. Now, why is this harder than the Col de la Loze or the other summit finishes? Because this year is a brutal route overall, true, Tadej. But this summit finish, well, it's going to be decisive in that we're going to see those big cracks in the GC that we're not going to see on Mont d'Or, the first summit finish there in the Massif Central, and it's going to define this edition of the 2025 Tour de France. Make sure you're tuning in for the Haut-de-Cam stage.